Hi guys, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. Y'all, let's do some more economical scrap and cut apart crafting. Stay tuned. So for those of you who are just joining me for the first time, welcome. To those of you who have been supporting me for the last 2 years, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. If you are not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button because I can tell you that what we're doing on this channel, you're not going to find it anywhere else, and you are going to learn some of the most amazing techniques. You'll be using some of the most innovative materials. You are going to have a blast. So go ahead and subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell so that you will know when I upload a new video. So today, guys, we are going to stay with our scrap and cut apart series. And I love what we have going on today because it is such a fun and useful way to truly use those cut aparts and scraps that you might have lying around. And I'm going to bring in just a few of some mini clipboards that I have made using cut aparts. These are so stinking cute. You can put little slips of paper on here and you've got a very miniature way of taking a quick note. And for those of you who are doing any type of a fair, consumers love the minis. So I made these using some scrap chipboard and my cut aparts. Then I used the cut aparts from another collection to make these awesome Christmas tags. Now, you can make tags for any season, any reason, any gender. And I started with the Christmas theme because that was the paper that I happened to have out at the time. But look at how cute these are. We're just taking the standard 3x4 cut aparts and turning them into a gift tag. And making these tags, guys, is so simple. Use the cut aparts that you have and you can turn them into just little tags or pieces of ephemera. Totally up to you, but today we're going to focus on tags, clipboards, and little pieces of home decor. So as we go into the holiday season, you might want to set out little holiday or seasonal themed photos just to give your house that seasonal flair. And there is no better way than using the beautiful papers that we have to be able to do that and to make something that is just temporary for the season that you don't have to spend money on. It's just a wonderful and awesome way to get that seasonal vibe without breaking the bank. And that's what I have done here. I have created this cute little piece of home decor, and I have created just a little chipboard easel for it. Nothing over the top. Nothing that requires anything additional from you. You're going to use the cut aparts that you might have as well as leftover chipboard, because if you have been crafting with me for any amount of time, you have some chipboard scraps. So let's get started on making these. So the first thing that we're going to make, we are going to make the clipboard. And this paper comes from an Echo Park Autumn collection. So basically all I'm going to do, and I've already cut it out, is I'm going to remove one of the cut aparts that are about 3x4. And as you can see on this sheet, we have a variety of cut apart sizes, which is great because we'll be doing some different things with various sizes of cut aparts. But today we're going to use this one. So all I'm going to do, very easy, very quick, is I am going to take my tape, place it down, and place it on my paper. And I'll just add enough coverage so that when I stick this down, it is not going to come up. All right, guys, so now that I have the tape removed from the back of this, I have a scrap piece of chipboard, and I'm going to place it down along the edge and in the corner. Then I'll use my finger blade just to trim this out. And if you don't feel comfortable trimming it like I'm doing right here, just use a ruler. So I am just trimming this out. And now we have this. If you have a corner rounder that will cut through chipboard, you can use that on this project. I am using my scissors, and all I'm doing is a very slight rounding. And as you can see here, I'm not putting anything on the back because this is true scrap crafting, and you really don't need anything on the back of these, because if you had just a regular clipboard, you wouldn't have anything on the back either. So we could get away with just leaving this back blank. You can go along the edges if you want and ink it. I am just going to leave mine exactly as it is. Then I have this bag of just little like gunmetal colored mini clips. I am going to take my mini clip and place it down just like this. And I got these mini clips from Amazon. I use a lot of mini clips in my crafting, so I tend to buy them in bulk. I will leave the link in the description box. And here is my fourth sweet little autumn mini clipboard. Now I got a question from a couple of you about why I didn't actually adhere these down with E6000. You can if you want. You don't have to. Sometimes I will, sometimes I won't. If you want a more permanent piece on there, put it down with some glue. If you don't, just leave it as I have done these. So I think these little guys are just so cute and so easy to make, and they make such a sweet little gift or a little stocking stuffer. So I am going to set these to the side, and I am going to bring my gift tags back in, and we are going to make a gift tag. And I am using this particular paper here from Echo Park, and I am simply going to cut out whichever one I want to work with. And your cut aparts don't have to be 3x4 for this. You can use whatever size cut apart you have. I used 3x4 because that was what I had available. So I am going to just remove this one because I think this is the one that I want to work with. So what I'm going to do again is I am going to place my tape on the back, and I'll place tape, giving myself full coverage. If you have a Xyron, you can run this through your Xyron, get that adhesive on the back very quickly. All right, guys, so now that I have my adhesive removed from the back, I am going to take this and place it down just like I did the mini clipboard. I am going to place it close to the edge and as close to the bottom as I can get it. Then I'll use my finger blade, and I'm just going to cut it out. And these little projects are super, super easy. And so just like that, we have the base for our tag. But what I want to do is I am going to take my We Are Memory Keepers corner punch, and this one has a scalloped edge and then one that'll give you, that looks like a ticket punch out. And I am going to use the scallop punch and just punch, and you can see that is the look that I get. And I'll go around and just punch. And I believe that I bought this punch when it was on sale at Hobby Lobby a couple of years ago. I can't remember, but that is where I think that I got it. So then once I have my corners punched, I am just going to do something to this to kind of jazz it up just a little bit. And because we have so much holly going on, I think I'm going to stick with adding some holly to this particular project here and just give it some holly dimension. And then on top of the holly, I think I'll just add the word love, but these stickers are a little bit old, so I am just going to add some glue even though I didn't buy them a long time ago, I got these stickers from Tuesday Morning, and sometimes those stickers don't have the most ideal stick to them. So I will usually just tuck in a little bit of glue to make sure that I'm holding it down. So now that I have that one on there, I am going to take some of my baker's twine, cut off just a little, and then I'll bring in my Crocodile Big Bite. I've got it set on my 3/16 setting, and I am just going to punch a hole. Now I can take my twine, put it through that hole, and then just pull this. And now we have another awesome gift tag. You can handwrite to and from on the back, or if you have a to and from stamp, just stamp it and then write it out to whomever you're giving this to. But don't you think that these are just so stinking cute? And guys, I made these truly with scraps and some cut aparts. So you can make these for pennies. And when I say pennies, I really mean pennies. And that means that you're going to have some custom created tags that you basically made for pennies, and you won't be one of the people in the store looking for holiday tags for any reason, because you have everything you need to make them. And that's exactly what we just did here. And now for our third little project, we are going to make this sweet little piece of home decor, and we are going to make it so super simple. I am going to bring in my cut aparts, and I am going to cut out this truck. Now these cut aparts on this sheet vary in size, so I am simply going to remove this one. So I'm removing this one from the sheet, and I'm not going to give you exact measurements on what you'll need for these, because we're going to be using scrap, and you're going to be using scrap pieces that will vary from the sizes that I have, and you'll also have cut aparts that might not be the exact size that I'm using. So I have this piece. I am going to cover it with tape, and I'll be right back. All right guys, so I have my sweet little red truck cut out, and I am going to take this and do exactly what I did on the other two projects. I am placing it down on my chipboard, just like this, and then I'm going to trim it out, and then we can make this awesome little piece of home decor, perfect for sitting on the mantle, sitting on a tabletop, sitting in the bathroom, sitting on your desk, wherever you want to add some seasonal flair. This is a very quick and inexpensive way to get it. So when we cut this out, we are going to be left with this piece. Now we're going to take this piece and we're going to trim it just a little bit, because I want to remove some of it. And like I said, guys, I'm not giving you the measurements on this because it's going to depend on the pieces that you have left. But this is the process for doing this particular project. So I am going to take this piece, which is going to be this piece of my easel, and I am just going to come in about 1/2 inch and make 2 scores. I'm not cutting through that chipboard. I just want it to fold. So then I am going to take this and I am going to glue it to the bottom just like this. So I'm going to take my glue, make sure that I've got my truck going in the right direction, and I'm simply going to take this, make sure that I have it nice and flush so that nothing is sticking up or sticking out. It's all nice and even. And that Reptile glue dries pretty quickly. So now we need to make this piece. And I already have a scrap of chipboard, and all you really need to do is fold it just like this. And I have a piece of tape on this end. I am going to take a piece of tape and put it on this end. You can put glue down if you want. I am just using tape right now because I had tape on the other end. So at this point, it'll be very simple what you do. You're just going to take that piece, put it down just like that, and then you can take this piece and you can basically position it however you want. So if you want it leaning back more, just bend it until you have the angle that you want for yours. So once I have my angle, I'll just take it and attach it to the back. And now you can see I have these awesome little pieces that if I wanted to create a scene on my mantle, I could take these and just kind of tuck them into my autumn scene and just have some autumn goodness going on my mantle top with scraps. I mean, really, it does not get any more economical or any better than this to find creative ways and inexpensive ways to give your home that designer decor look. So I am going to bring everything back in that we made and just kind of lay it out, because y'all know what? I did the math on these, and we made all of these, including my metal clips. All of this was made for under $5. And you know why? Because we used scraps for our bases. This is all scrap. And then we used a sheet of cut-aparts from a pack of paper. And that makes it so economical, because when you're using that sheet from a pack, you might be spending 30 to 40 cents on that whole sheet out of the pack. And then when you break that down per item, guys, we did some of the most economical crafting that you can do besides crafting for absolutely free. So we have our sweet little mini clipboards, and isn't that scarecrow just the cutest? Then we have our awesome holiday tags. And then we have these fabulous pieces of home decor that you can use for your tablescape, your mantelscape, desktop, wherever you want to put them. And they'll match because you chose to make them and you didn't have to go searching through the store for that perfect piece to put out. So guys, I hope that you have liked these really fun and inexpensive ways that we can craft our scraps and our cut-aparts. And if you have liked this video, please hit the like button. If you are not a subscriber to my channel, I would love to have you join my online crafting family. You guys, be safe, be kind, happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.